right there. There's Ellie Sealer leading it off for the Wolverines in that yellow and blue unis for today. Minnesota in the all whites. And we are underway at Jane Sage Kohl's Stadium. First pitch from Pease right down the middle.
That's the way Autumn Pease likes to start off, right down the middle. And that could be Ellie Sealer also giving it a second to kind of see how Autumn's going to approach the game today.
Sealer, 2022 All Big Ten freshman team. One of the best players on this Wolverine squad. Second pitch from Pease, low and outside.
Ellie Sealer has had a great season so far. She's batting over 300 right now with a 309 average. Leads the team, is second on the team with 42 hits. She's an incredible player when she gets up to bat.
At 309 on the season, 2 home runs, 10 RBIs. The pitch from Pease swung on, dribbled over to second. Great play by Sydney Straylow. And in time over there is Sealer. So a infield hit for the Wolverines to get this top of the first started.
A little bit of an error right there from first baseman Sydney Schwartz. She just wasn't able to hold on to the ball completely. Not the ideal start for the Gophers, but they can absolutely rebound from this.
Well, you know what's interesting too, Andrew, at first base, that is Schwartz over there. Delaney Cox is the usual starter for the Gophers, so maybe some early game jitters for the new first baseman for the Golden Gophers.
Well, only the first at-bat of this long series. We'll see what happens.
So there you go. There's Lexi Blair, the second hitter, graduate student for the Wolverines, batting .361 on the season. Here's the pitch from Pease, bunt attempt. It's called strike anyway.
Lexi showing bunt right there. Not her typical, she's going for contact, but this week she showed off her power abilities. 2 home runs over the weekday games that Michigan had this week, her first 2 of the season.
Lexi Blair, one of the best players, not only in the Big Ten Conference, but in the country. Watches that pitch going for a strike, 1 and 2. And for Blair, she's a 3-time All Big Ten first team player. 2-time unanimously. You see her right there. She's just one of the best players in the country. 2 home runs on the season, 27 RBI. She's on a 3-game hit streak right now. And Andrew, you mentioned it, those 2 games earlier this week, she had home runs, her first 2 of the season. Swings on that one down the first baseline, just a little bit foul.
Just foul. If that had gone fair, I believe that could have been an RBI right there. Yeah. Great speed out of the Michigan team right there. They're always ready to run. We see a replay of it right here. Autumn Pease gives her a ball right to the left. Just barely foul.
And that's a good call, too, because Michigan's got a lot of speed, like you mentioned, Andrew. Sealer over at first base. She's definitely going to get to third if that lands fair. Fortunately for Minnesota, it's foul. Pease just a little bit outside. Fans here at Jane Sage Kohl's don't like the call.
Autumn Pease is going to want that one back because it's always dangerous when you're pitching to Lexi Blair. She leads the team with 14 doubles on the season. Actually has the Michigan program record of 72.
Yeah.
She can hit that ball far, and she can run around these bases.
Swing and miss. Stole base attempt on the pitch, and they got him. Double play the old-fashioned way.
An incredible play from the Gophers right there. That goes all to Taylor Kraft, the catcher. That's right. An incredible throw.
There's that Gopher defense. Kraft behind the plate. Andrew just mentioned her. Chavez, Oakland, Straylow, and Schwartz in the infield. Bradley, Denhartog, and Burnett from left to right in that outfield. And for the Gophers, their outfield coached by Carly Wynn, and then coach Annie Smith is in charge of the infield for Minnesota.
We see a ball in the first pitch, but I do just want to go back to that heads-up play from Taylor Kraft right here. We're actually going to see a replay of it right here. But Taylor Kraft was able to get the runner out at second. Incredible heads-up awareness.
It was a great play. She's a great defensive catcher for Minnesota as this pitch is fouled off by Thole. Puts the count now at 1-1.
Kiki Thole having a great season in her own regards. 11 home runs on the season, leads the team. And in her last game against Oakland, cleared the bases with a grand slam.
Thole on a 5-game hitting streak. Pease trying to get out this one without any runs, giving up full dribbles. This one over to Oakland at short. The play over to first. This time, Schwartz holds on to it, and that will do it for the top of the first inning. No runs from Michigan. We'll be back to see what Minnesota's offense can do in the bottom of the first. We'll be back on Big Ten Plus. Here's the pitch from Durkowski. Low called ball. You can see she's got a very quick windup with her motion. She's a very quick pitcher.
And that's what she's going to want to be quick. Kayla Chavez is one of the most dangerous batters on this Gophers team. 9 home runs on the season, so close to becoming the 4th Gopher with 10 on the year. Chavez
watches this one go above the strike zone. 2-0 early in this count. Kayla Chavez. See her right there, very good at defense. All defensive team in 2022 in the Big Ten.
Ooh, hit by a pitch right there on the knee.
Looks like she's okay, so she's gonna get a free base to start this off. Monty Bradley, the 2-hitter for the Golden Gophers. 284 on the season. First pitch strike. She got 1 home run, 14 RBIs on the season, 388 slugging for the senior.
What she excels in is this base running that we've been talking about. She's been able to leg out her hits the most, leads the team with 3 triples on the season, and leads the team in stolen bases with 8. If she gets on the base path, she will be very dangerous for this Michigan team.
From the same hometown as Autumn Pease, actually, a teammate. Previously played at University of California. Second pitch, just a little high. 1-1's the count.
Yeah, Bradley and Pease both playing in their last home series for this Minnesota team. Must be a little bittersweet for both of them.
Bradley leading the team with 8 stolen bases on the season. And this one, bunt attempt fouled back, 1-2 for Bradley. She's got a lot of speed, but this Gopher team doesn't have a lot of speed compared to Michigan. They have a lot of stolen bases.
Michigan outpaces them a lot in stolen bases, but I really think they're just trying to get that runner to second base. I think they're willing to sacrifice this out pretty quickly.
Durkowski with the 1-2 count. The pitch from the circle, swung by Bradley and gets by the second baseman, Langford.
Perfect hit right there from Bradley. That's, if you want a good grounder, that's exactly how you want to lay it out.
Bradley and Chavez on first and second now. First pitch to Oakland. Shaves that outside corner for a strike.
Jess Oakland, a freshman on this Gopher team, has been playing incredible. 322 average and ties her first on the team in home runs with 12. An incredible freshman year.
She's been thought about by the Big Ten Conference. She's been a 2-time Big Ten Freshman of the Week so far. This season, she also leads the team with 27 strikeouts. So she needs to clean it up. In the box, swings at this one fouled back and out of play. It's gonna make it 1-2 here. Durkowski's got another 2-strike count that she can work with to get the batter out.
That foul ball actually just went over our heads in the broadcast booth, actually. This is kind of the situation where Durkowski wants to be, though Bradley was in the same scenario and she got on base. We'll see what Oakland does here.
Pitch outside. Nice grab by Thole behind the plate.
You can see that Chavez and Bradley, they are ready to run. They are taking nice leaps off these bases, hoping that something can happen here.
Chavez, no stolen bases on the season, but she is still a quick player. Oakland dribbles this one. Redemption here for second baseman Langford, and just gets the force at second. So Minnesota, another batter on, runners at the corners now. That's your Wolverine defense. Second baseman Langford, has been busy already. The pitch to the cleanup hitter, Natalie Denhardt-Tog. Paints that bottom corner of the strike zone for a first pitch strike.
Denhardt-Tog in her senior year having another great season, one of the best home run hitters in Gopher history. 11 home runs on the season along with 33 RBIs and only 1 hit away from her 50th.
And an infield blooper. Guess who? Langford's there once again to make the routine play. And that's 2 down. Plenty of game you mentioned earlier in this broadcast. Nice job there by Thole to keep it in front of her, not allow the runners to advance. But yeah, that's a nice play there by Langford to get back in her head, give her some confidence.
If I'm Michigan coaches right there, I'm very happy with how these last 2 at-bats have gone for Indiana Langford. I mean, you want to build this confidence back up in your fielders after just a routine mistake.
So it looks like home plate umpire Aaron Peterson talking to the catcher Thole. Should be all good to go. That was the delay. Durkowski in the circle. 2 down, 1-0 count to Taylor Kraft. Her first at bat in this game. And not swung on, but called strike to even the count at 1-1.
Taylor Kraft was featured in the top of the first inning with her incredible play from the catcher position, but it's not just defense she can do. She's one of the best offensive players on this Gopher team and leads them in several categories. Batting average of 363, 12 home runs, 41 RBIs. Dangerous, dangerous hitter.
Just saw the runners there on the corners. That's Chavez at third. Over there on the right side of your screen, that's Jess Oakland at first. Yep, there you go. Great look from our crew. Taylor Kraft trying to get the Gophers on the board. 2-1 hitters count. Off-speed pitch just a little outside, 3-1.
You can see Thole is absolutely ready for any runner to advance. Immediately after getting the pitch, she will get in her throwing position, aiming for second or first to check the runners.
We got an open second base over there after that force out earlier, allowing Jess Oakland to potentially advance. This one's driven deep. Looks like Sealer's under it in the warding track, and that will be the 3rd out. Nice job by the Michigan defense to get out of that after a little early scare. No runs after the first. We'll be back for the top of the second on Big Ten Plus.
Michigan 0. Due up in the top of the second for the Wolverines. Langford, Livingston.
One error allowed by both teams, but no hits allowed just yet, which is quite rare as we've seen so many base runners.
First pitch from Pease, battled off by Indiana Langford, the second baseman, who was busy on defense coming in. She was a Nike All-American in high school track, actually, in 2022. Freshman now in college. Very speedy individual.
Very speedy, is great at laying down a hit and getting to first. She can get on base very well. And once she gets on base, she's not afraid to run the bases. 8 stolen bases, however, that is on 12 attempts, so she has been picked off a decent amount.
And you see, too, when she's in that batter box, you see right here, she'll start leaning in while she's hitting to get that head start since she is a lefty and she's closer to first base. So that's the reason why she's doing that. The 0-2 here from Pease. Langford doesn't swing at it, just a little outside. 1-2, good eye there by Langford.
You know, Langford looking to make an impact on offense after making a couple good defensive plays in this last inning for herself.
She's become an everyday starter for this Wolverine squad since early April, has drastically improved her play throughout this 2023 season. Swings and misses at the pitch. Pease with a strikeout.
He is getting her first strikeout of the second inning. Absolute great start. If I'm the Michigan batters,
what's happening here? First pitch to Livingston, the first baseman, outside for a ball.
You could even see on that pitch right there just how much the ball dropped so late in its run. Autumn Pease's control over the ball has to be one of the best in the nation.
Melina Livingston, you're getting a look right there on your screen. The graduate in her 5th season, might be her worst hitting season of her career, though, in terms of average. Watches that one go in for a strike. 238 batting average, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, but she's here. She's a co-captain. She's a leader in that dugout for the Wolverines.
Livingston brings a great veteran presence to this Wolverines team that is very much needed, especially in this 2023 season with an all-new coach and an all-new rotation.
Pitch low, the strike zone. 2-1 now to the first baseman, Livingston.
Livingston doesn't really take a lot of walks, only 7 walks on the season. However, her strikeout amount, I believe it is second in the team in strikeouts with 22. But if she can get a walk out of this, it's a great at-bat for Livingston.
Livingston fouls this one back to even it up at 2-2. Pease gets Livingston to chase after that one out of the strike zone. For Livingston, she has no home runs on the season, but that's kind of been the story for Michigan. They're not really a powerful team. Only 25 dingers on the season. It's a lot less than Minnesota, so kind of 2 different styles of play between these 2 teams, but that's what makes this game so great. The 2-2 from Pease. Livingston pops this one down the line and just a little bit foul. That was Breezy Burnett giving chase on your screen in right field. So we'll do it again at 2-2.
And again, we talked about the home runs on the season. Michigan only have 25, and 11 of those come from their catcher Kiki Thole. So the next highest for Michigan, only 3 home runs.
Yeah.
So not a lot of power hitting, but this team loves to play a small ball kind of offense.
Pease checks her notes. 1 out. The 2-2 here to Livingston. Swung. This one to Strelo. Should be an easy play. Held on to by Schwartz at first for the second out of the inning.
Lots of grounders the second from both teams. Get a good second baseman workout right there.
For a lot of grounders. That's what Michigan's been doing here in this inning specifically. Pease's pitches with that movement confuses the batters where the ball is going to go. That's what keeps them on the ground.
And you can see the infield is prepared for these ground balls. You can actually see, you can see Chavez behind Pease right there, playing a little closer from third base.
Ellie Mattia watches that one just a little bit out of the strike zone. So the count's now 1-1. There is Mattia, graduated from Boston College in 2022, making her first at bat. 234 on the season, 1 home run, 19 RBIs. Another one of the speedy players on this squad. Fouls that one back. 1-2.
Mattia, not someone you really want to see on the base path if you are a Golden Gopher. She has been perfect in steals this year. 6 for 6. Again, it's just that Michigan speed. They do aggressive base running, while the Gophers, they're more of a power hitting team. They're more looking for home runs and doubles and stuff.
Mattia trying to get the first hit for the Michigan Wolverines. Facing a 1-2. Swung. Looked like it might have been tipped. Yep, so still be 1-2.
Good at bat right there for her, keeping the bat alive.
Mattia, the 6th hitter in the Wolverine lineup. Batting .261 with 2 outs on the season. Here's the pitch from Pease, almost a bunt attempt. Strelo flips it over to Schwartz in time for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the 2nd. Sydney Strelo was busy there in the infield. We're still 0-0 though. No hits, 1 error apiece. And we'll be back. More softball on Big Ten Plus. Leading it off for Minnesota as the rain begins to come down here actually in Minneapolis.
You can still see the sun poking through, but you can see in the background right there, lots of rain jackets, a couple umbrellas getting popped out.
Yeah, they packed for the game, I'm not going to lie. That was smart.
They were ready for this.
They were ready.
So the 0-1 pitch is coming up from Durkowski.
Right down the middle for a strike. Nice job there by Durkowski. First time we've seen her get ahead with 2 strikes against a Gopher.
We see Strelo up to bat, the Kenosha, Wisconsin native, who made a couple key plays for the Gophers in that 2nd inning, in the top of the 2nd.
The pitch from Durkowski, high and outside. Still 1-2, now 1-2.
Take a look at Strelo right now, having a season for herself. 27 hits on the year with 4 home runs and 21 RBIs. Looking to improve that as we are in the final series.
Strelo, swing and a miss. Durkowski gets her down on strikes.
Durkowski had her swinging right there. That felt like an absolute laser pitch.
First pitch to Maddie Elke in for a strike just a little outside, but shaves that corner.
Maddie Elke, a very dangerous hitter. Her and Kayla Chavez are actually tied for the lead in doubles for this Gophers team with 14 each.
Andrew mentioned earlier, this Minnesota squad, second in the Big Ten in home runs and doubles. Chavez and Elke, those players that have really contributed to that number. Durkowski not trying to let that phase her, not allow any extra base hits. Hasn't happened yet.
When you're Durkowski, again, second in the conference in strikeouts, you really don't let that stuff phase you. You just keep going.
Oh, man, that one was close. I can't believe that missed the strike zone.
Sun is really shining. You see the people in the background of the ponchos. Otherwise, it doesn't look like it, but this sun is so bright right now.
1-2, 1 out. Durkowski trying to pick up strikeout number 2, and she does. 2 in a row. Durkowski's dialed in. So 2 down, bottom of the second. Still no hits or runs from either team. Sydney Schwartz, the replacement first baseman today for Delaney Cox, making her first at bat. 182 batting average on the season, but batting .429 with 2 outs. She's got 1 home run, 5 RBIs on the season.
Schwartz, only a freshman, utility player, and a pitcher. She can do both, from Victoria, Minnesota, Chanhassen High School native. Looking to make a big splash in this final series here in Minnesota.
Only her 7th start on the season. Here's the pitch. Just a little outside for a ball once again, 2-1. Actually, Schwartz's older sister also plays in the Big Ten Conference for softball. She's a pitcher at Wisconsin.
You know, and like you said, only her 7th start of the season, but lots of confidence from the coaching staff. She has to feel good about being put in that position.
Absolutely. The pitch right down the middle. Look at that look. That was a pretty cool look from the cameras there. 2-2.
Get a little slide over there to Schwartz as the count reaches 2-2. Durkowski's going to go for her 3rd strikeout of the inning, which would be huge for this Michigan team.
The payoff fouled back and out of play. Still 2-2. Michigan coming into this weekend series to end out the regular season. They've won every single series versus Minnesota dating back to 2012. So Minnesota trying to pick up a series win. And that'll definitely help their case for seeding in that Big Ten tournament that starts next week, and they're trying to get that bye.
Michigan, a little bit of an offseason for them, as they've had one of the most dominant runs in the Big Ten Conference in conference history, I would argue. 22 of the last 30 Big Ten championships have gone to the maize and blue.
Pitch upstairs, just misses the strike zone. Full count now to Sydney Schwartz.
Big pitch right here. You really don't want to let a base runner on. You don't want to let Minnesota get any momentum.
This one, once again, fouled back by Schwartz. Really, this is a great battle between these two right now.
You can see on the broadcast the rain starting to come down on the field. You'd think that'd affect Durkowski more, but no, she's one of those elite players that can pitch through this.
The full count, off speed, got her looking. Durkowski, 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts in this conference.
Piper Ritter has done an amazing job of establishing a great culture here in only her 3rd season, really building up that pitching there for the Minnesota team.
So first pitch looked like it might have hit the batter Vaz, but we're going to get a ball called by the home plate umpire, Aaron Peterson. Vaz, the designated player for the Wolverines. Her 11th start of the season, puts some power onto this one. Off the wall in center field, Den Hartog is going to be able to make the play and hold Vaz up at first. So there's the first hit for either team coming not until the top of the 3rd.
Great hit by Lexi Vaz to really get some power on that.
attempt passed on just a little bit out of the strike zone.
See LeClaire right there. Audrey LeClaire, 280 batting average on the season for her. 33 hits, 6 doubles. That second power hitter for Michigan. 3 home runs on the season. She's looking to get some contact in the ball, advance the runner to second.
Audrey, a very good softball player throughout her entire softball career, dating back to high school too. A career 737 batting average, folks. And then last year, 2022 All Big Ten second team. One of the best players in this conference. Another great player on this Wolverines squad, trying to get the first run of the game. Bunt attempt laid down. Oh, Kraft. Looked like Chavez was playing the bunt. She was pretty far in from her third base position, but it goes foul 1 and 2.
She's looking to lay down that bunt. You can really see Ramey on first. She is ready to sprint right away. You can see her have to backtrack herself after every pitch. She's ready to run. I think she wants to maybe leg it out to third, depending on how this hit goes.
Oh, absolute filth from Autumn Pease. That movement had LeClaire just frozen like a statue for Pease. That's strikeout number 3 on the game. Still a runner over at first base. That's Ramey, the pinch runner. Ella McVeigh, the freshman, now stepping into the battered box. The left-handed batter, 290 on the season for batting average. She's a great fielder, and she's drastically improved her hitting as the season's gone on this year. 9 RBIs, no home runs.
She's showing bunt.
And she chops this one a little late on the swing. 0-2.
You mentioned the fielding of McVeigh, one of the great utility players for this Michigan team. She can do either second base or shortstop, the Des Moines, Iowa native.
Everyday starter, not something you see from freshmen usually. Showing bunt with 2 strikes. No way she's going to do that. She'll pull back her bat, you gotta think.
This Michigan team relies on a lot of freshmen, but they are comfortable with them.
Yeah, she does pull back just a little outside. Pitch from Pease, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ramey over at first base.
McVeigh, if she gets a hit right here, would be her 30th on the season. Incredible start for a freshman player like herself.
McVeigh showing bunt once again. Chops this one back into the netting behind home plate. Do it again at 1-2.
Keeping the at-bat alive, which is important against such a dominant pitcher like Autumn Pease.
We've seen that from both teams. A lot of the hitters going deep into these counts, getting that pitch count up for the pitchers. You know, that's not going to phase these two. These 2 starters for both teams will go very late in the games. They have a high number of complete games this season. The pitch from Pease, chopped at. Chavez has a chance, just a little out of her reach. We'll go foul.
You mentioned how long these players can play, and Autumn Pease is no exception. She's 4th in the nation in innings pitched. She is the definition of an iron woman on that mound.
The 1-2 from Pease, upstairs, got McVeigh swinging at nothing. And first pitch to Sealer, just a little low. Count 1-0.
Sealer reached earlier on an error by Schwartz earlier.
That was the very beginning of the game. Ellie Sealer, the sophomore. This one should be an easy play for Strelo at second. Gets the force over at first, and that will do it. Michigan gets the first hit of the ball game for either team. Leading it off in the first inning. Swings at the first pitch. This is a blooper, and oh, just over the head of McVeigh in shallow outfield, and Chavez will reach base once again, this time with a single.
Monty Bradley can make some magic happen here.
Pitch right down the middle from Durkowski.
You see that first hit by Chavez. How do you think that affects Durkowski as she allows her first hit of the game?
What do you mean?
Well, do you think that gets in her head a little bit, or do you think it just don't let anything get in there?
I don't think it gets in her head. Durkowski's just such a veteran. Stuff like that's not going to happen as Bradley puts this one into left field. Pretty easy play there for Sealer. And that is 2 down as I avoid Andrew's question. Durkowski unfazed, allowing Chavez to win both of the battles so far in this game. Oakland batting .435 with 2 outs so far this season. This pitch just a little low out of the strike zone for a first pitch ball.
Oakland reached on base in her last bat off of a fielder's choice. She's looking to just get a regular hit here, I believe.
And this one fouled and out of play. Durkowski with some heat on that one, evens the count at 1 apiece. Jess Oakland, her dad played baseball in the Colorado Rockies organization in the minor leagues. Baseball, softball runs through that family as she swings that pitch low. Nice looking pitch from Durkowski to get Oakland to chase after that one.
San Jose native Oakland looking to keep this at-bat alive. 1-2 count right now. A little bit of pressure on her to do something here.
Durkowski's gone with pitches with a lot of movement in her arsenal. The last couple times with 2 strikes. This one, she does it once again. Gets Oakland to swing and miss, and Durkowski now with her 4th strikeout. The fans have been rowdy so far in this game, and it's been a doozy so far. Pitching matchup between Pease. Pitching matchup, Durkowski on the other side for Michigan. This has been great. No runs through 3 here. First pitch to Blair, low for a ball.
P's been doing a great job with managing her pitches as well. Only 41 pitches so far in this game. Nice little low number as we enter the top of the 4th.
Lexi Blair hits this one on the ground over to short in time for the first out of the inning. Jess Oakland was the one who made the play very quickly. But yeah, great play by the Gopher infield. You see Schwartz there who made the grab, but nice job by Oakland to get that, match the speed of Blair running over to first with her throw.
Schwartz had a little bit of an oopsie in the first inning, but since then she's been doing great with her fielding assignment.
Kiki Thole, the junior, into the box. Grounded out in her first plate appearance in the first inning. Here's the pitch from Pease. Man, she's just getting all the Michigan batters just like whiff at everything.
Did you see the motion on that pitch?
I saw it.
I could not imagine facing Autumn Pease in the batter. That's incredible.
Both of these pitchers have been phenomenal so far. Night's still young, though, Nicki Minaj says. We're only in the 4th inning. We got an 0-2 right here to Thole. We get a time called.
Is that what Nicki Minaj says?
She does. Come on now.
We gear up for the 0-2 pitch from Autumn Pease.
This one got away from her. Thole not chasing after that one. Savvy vet knows not to swing after a pitch like that.
Thole, the junior, just batting a little below 300 on the season with 292, but she makes up for it with her power hitting. Yeah. Again, 11 home runs on the season, 8 doubles. She is a threat whenever she steps into the batter's box.
Look at this. She's got 47 RBIs. Swings and misses, though. Autumn Pease doesn't care about her RBIs. Yes, Pease.
All Pease cares about are strikeouts as she notches her 5th of the game so far. When you're facing a pitcher like Autumn Pease, any ball that looks like a strike, you need to go for.
So that one, the off speed to Langford, low for a ball. Langford struck out in the 2nd inning in her first plate appearance.
Would be big entering this. Right now, Autumn Pease is at 47 pitches. If she can leave this inning with 50 or fewer, huge for her.
Langford chops at that one down the 3rd base line. Foul. 1-1 is the count. Coach Piper Ritter for Minnesota, though, too. She's shown throughout this entire regular season that no matter how many pitches that Autumn Pease has right there on your screen, she's going to keep her in if she's dealing, if she's not dealing, because she's the ace that they got, and they have so much trust in her. The 1-1 to Langford, not swung on. Fastball from Pease.
You mentioned Pease being their ace, being their anchor. Well, get this. 27 starts this season for Autumn Pease. Over half of them, 15 have been complete games for her. An incredible pitching year for Autumn Pease. It really shows Ritter's trust in her star pitcher.
The 1-2 from Pease. Upstairs, Langford didn't go, so it'll be 2-2 now. Check swing there from the second baseman, Langford.
Langford, another one of the freshmen on this Michigan team. A lot of youth in this team, and they are playing very well. They are going to be a sight to see in the next couple seasons.
And this, whoa, man, heads up down there.
A little scary.
Looked like that ball almost hit Livingston, who's on deck for Michigan, off the bat of Langford. Yeah,
she gives the thumbs up.
Yeah.
It was all good.
That was really close. That was scary, but she's all good. 2-2 still, 2 outs. A lot of times here, Pease is gone with pitches with movement. Her changeup, when she's had 2 strikes against the batter. We'll see what she does here. And she goes with it again. Another strikeout for Autumn Pease, her 6th on the game. No runs still for either team. We'll see if Minnesota can change that in the bottom of the 4th, but Autumn Pease has been the story for the Golden Gophers. The pitches, the movement, 6 strikeouts now in the game, getting batters to swing just like that. We'll be back. Minnesota's offense in the bottom of the 4th on Big Ten Plus. Big Ten matchup here in the last regular season weekend series for both of these teams. No runs so far. And Lauren Durkowski has been playing phenomenal for Michigan, and she begins this matchup with a strike.
Durkowski, 44 pitches on the game so far. 4 strikeouts and only 1 hit allowed through 3 innings. This is a perfect start for Durkowski as she faces the Gophers in an inning where they love to score. Gophers on the season in the 4th inning, 47 runs.
Denhartog puts this one back into the Michigan bullpen out of play, and it'll be 0-2 now. Denhartog popped up in her first plate appearance, and for Durkowski, she had that inning where it was 3 strikeouts. Denhartog puts this one up. I don't know if we can see this, but there's a guy right there in that corner.
Oh, he almost went for it. He was going for it.
He was diving for it, and that would have been a great catch. Oh, 0-2 here. Oh, potential frame there by Thull for a strike, but just misses the outside corner. 1-2 now to Natalie.
Going back to that last play, I'm not going to consider an error on that fielder's part. He really went for it, gave it his all. Unfortunately, just could not come with the ball.
Denhartog going to Michigan Law School after this year. Finished undergrad at U of M in 2021. Finishing grad school right now. Had a few internships throughout the summer while she's continued playing at Minnesota.
Great eye from her right there as well to save off that, just make the at-bat continue. She's been pretty good in the leadoff spot for leadoff innings so far. 333 average on the season when she is the first batter of an inning.
The 2-2 from Durkowski. Inside for a ball, now full count. Denhartog, a nice eye once again. Pretty disciplined hitter. One of the best in Minnesota history.
Durkowski, again, incredible control on her strikeouts and everything, but she does allow some walks throughout the season. 59 on the season so far as we face a 3-2 count here.
And Denhartog puts some pop into this one, giving chase to the first baseman Livingston, but that's going to be out of play. So full count still. Denhartog staying alive. 0-for-1 on the game. Reminder, she is the Minnesota all-time home run leader with 69 home runs, including the 11 she has so far this year. Trying to pad onto that total. The 3-2 off speed. This is going to be a tough play for McVeigh. Denhartog's going to beat out the throw for another infield hit for Minnesota.
We talk about the home run hitting of Denhartog.
Trying to get Denhartog home. You just saw her on your screen there. Off-speed pitch to Kraft, swung and missed at. 0-1 is the count.
You can see on the right side of your screen there, Den Hartog wasn't really sprinting off the base or anything. I don't think wants to tempt Thole at the catcher on a throw.
Yeah. Thole, fantastic defensive catcher. I mean, one of the best in the conference. You don't want to test her arm there. This one swung and chopped it back into the netting behind home plate.
That was coming at us, it felt like.
Yeah,
that ball was flying towards us.
I was ready for it. I don't know about you.
Oh, man, I was not ready for it. Thank you to the net.
Kraft 0-2 now, facing the count against Lauren Durkowski. She's got 4 strikeouts on the game from the circle. The 0-2 pitch chased after by Kraft and out of play.
Kraft keeping this at-bat alive. Durkowski, when you're up 0-2 in this count, you're just going to want to attack. You're going to want to put away, especially against such an exceptional hitter like Kraft. You really don't want to give her any chances.
Durkowski named Big Ten Pitcher of the Week April 17th after posting a 3-0 record she had over those 4 previous games. She's getting hot in the most important time of the season to make a push for a higher seed in that Big Ten tournament we've talked about a couple times in this broadcast that begins next week. Top 12 schools make the tournament, single elimination. Pitch from Durkowski, high and outside. Den Hartog staying alive, 1-2 now.
And you talk about that Pitcher of the Week award for Durkowski. The person who followed her with those awards, Autumn Pease with back-to-back. So the 2 starting pitchers in this game have claimed 3 of the past Big Ten Pitcher of the Week awards.
Durkowski. This one right high. Kraft's going to swing at it, foul it out of play. Yeah, you know, it seems like whenever we talk about one of the pitchers, Andrew, it goes right back to the other one. And if you haven't picked up on it now, that's the biggest storyline in this game is the starting pitcher matchup between Durkowski and Pease. Both pitchers haven't allowed a run yet. Just 3 hits collectively between the 2 teams.
3 hits allowed collectively, 10 strikeouts between the 2.
Yeah, here's this one, dribbled down the line. That one might have gone foul, but kept in place, scooped over by the first baseman Livingston, but not in time. Den Hartog over to first, and Kraft with another infield hit for Minnesota.
Gophers where they want to be. 0 outs, 2 runners on, and one of their favorite innings to score, 47 on the season. I think they're going to look to extend that total as we see a bunt laid down.
Yeah, Strelo is going to get out, but a nice sacrifice bunt there. Gophers worked that perfectly. LeClaire was there. Livingston was there in the infield for Michigan. Minnesota executes that just how they want. Great call there. Minnesota advances the runners. Their first pitch swung at. We'll see if Den Hartog tags. She does. Time. The throw's not going to be in time, and Minnesota scores the first run of the ball game. Sacrifice fly there by Maddie Elke.
Minnesota able to finally break this game open with a run of their own, and it comes from a runner like Den Hartog, one of the best runners for this Gophers team. As you can see, the fans doing their razor, just ready to go right away.
Nice piece of base running there by Minnesota. First pitch called strike now to Sydney Schwartz, who's playing first base. That might actually be Addison Leschper in now, pinch hitting for the Golden Gophers.
I believe that is from Thrall, Texas, a utility player, a freshman. Getting a bit of a spotlight here in this final home series.
Yeah, Leschper's had plenty of appearances so far this season. It's kind of been her and Strelo kind of switching off for playing time. There's been a few of them that have just been cycling, but a lot of playing time for her, and she just swings and misses at that third pitch strike. So right there, Durkowski, the experience, doesn't let her phase, but Minnesota puts 1 run up on the board. Couple sacrifice plays. Den Hartog's the one who tags up from third and scores. There's that last pitch from Livingston. Minnesota up 1-0. We'll be back for the top of the 5th on Big Ten Plus.
And a fantastic third baseman. If you're the Gophers, that's exactly what you want from someone like that, reliable in the position.
Alina Livingston, the graduate, watches the first pitch go in for a strike. Grounded out in her first plate appearance in the 2nd inning. The 0-1 from Autumn Pease. A lot of movement. Still ends up going right down the middle. Swung and missed. 0-2 now.
Again, we've said it so many times before, but fantastic movement from Pease on her pitches. Just keeps the batter guessing every single time.
Livingston, not one of the strikeout victims for the Wolverines. There's been 6 strikeouts from Pease so far this game, trying to make it 7. This one swung and fouled back, though. So she's still at 6, but we'll do it again at 0-2.
I think that ball was close enough. I think, Connor, you could have reached out our window to grab that one. We'd get another look right here at Livingston. Batting .238 on the season. Has been able to get some extra base hits as well. 2 doubles, 2 triples, and why not 2 home runs on the season for Livingston.
Livingston right over the head of Chavez. She's going to hold up at first as Amani's over there in left field to keep her, but a hit for Michigan. Should be their 3rd on the game. Michigan trying to respond with a run of their own. Fake stolen base attempt there by Livingston. Over at first, speedy team manager with this Wolverine squad.
Especially with a player like Mattia. She did have the grounder to Strelo earlier. But Mattia, she had her own defensive play earlier in the game. That incredible catch in the right field earlier to rob the Gophers of a hit.
And she lays down a bunt here. Chavez comes in to make the play at second. A force out. Oh! Hello, Strelo fired up over there at second base.
Strelo extremely happy with that. A perfect play from Chavez. I honestly didn't know if they were going to be able to get the runner at second, as we've mentioned Michigan's speed, but they notch it right in time for the out.
Yeah. Great hero shot there, too, from our squad. That's the first out of the top of the 5th. Mattia gets over to first, but, you know, they got rid of the speed, but Mattia's still got speed, too. She's got 6 stolen bases, and there's Strelo who made that grab. Nice job by Chavez and Minnesota's infield so far this game since that first inning blunder. And first pitch swung at, this one by Ramey. I don't know if you heard that, but that hit the window actually, where we're at. First base, Minnesota, you see on that right side of your screen, we got a change over there actually. Sydney Schwartz is out, Delaney Cox in. Reminder, Schwartz had that missed play in that first inning. Michigan didn't score a run, but they still had a runner on. So there's Cox now into the game at first.
Cox, the usual first baseman for this Gopher team.
This one by Vaz, a little floater into the outfield. Second out of the inning.
Jen Hartog gets the run in the 4th and gets the out here in the 5th.
Quick at bat there for Vaz.
If you're the Gophers, this is exactly what you want. You want these quick at-bats. You still trust Autumn Pease to go very far in this game with a high pitch count, but the less pitches, the better for her.
So that was a rare fly-out, pop-out for Wolverine squad so far this game. A lot of the outs have been grounders or strikeouts. LeClaire up for Michigan, swings and misses at the fastball right down the middle from Pease. She's smiling about it, too, in the circle.
That, again, just a nasty pitch from Pease right there. She is making each Michigan batter work for every at-bat.
Reminder, Mattia is still over at first. You see there in that score bug in the bottom right corner of your screen. 6 stolen bases on the season. Off speed, she's going to go. The throw is not going to be in time, and it gets by Oakland, who was covering second, so stolen base number 7 for Miss Mattia.
Michigan just has incredible speed on the base running path. And the ball, unfortunately, just wasn't there. You just don't want to run into Mattia or anything when she's making that steal. So.
Well, and I don't think Oakland, too, on that replay, it didn't look like Oakland was even there at second base. So Kraft with the pump fake, that's why the throw wasn't in time. Pretty easy base run there for Mattia. Check swing. Mattia is going to stay at second. 0-2 now. They're not going to give her a stolen base, actually, in the scorebooks. So she still has 6 on the season. You see her there at second base.
We talked about LeClaire as well, the hitter. Strikeout earlier in the game, but her last 10 games, she's been phenomenal. A .444 average entering tonight's contest.
And Pease, another strikeout. Are you kidding me? That's number 7 on the game. Gets LeClaire her 27th on the season. Leads the team. Michigan gets a runner on, but no runs. We'll be back for the bottom of the 5th on Big Ten Plus. Durkowski and Autumn Pease. That first pitch now to Breezy Burnett is for a ball, but Minnesota with the run in the bottom of the fourth. Michigan still without any runs.
This game is the definition so far of a small ball kind of game. Lots of grounders, lots of strikeouts, lots of stolen base attempts. So we see this ball get rocketed into the air.
A easy play there in deep infield for Langford for the first out of the inning. Breezy Burnett, another out, 0 for 2 now.
Langford had that early error in this game, but she's been able to make up for it. Lots of plays from her, making those routine plays that are essential.
Yeah, she's been busy too. That's been Jess Oakland and for Minnesota in the infield. She's also been busy for Michigan.
So we see Chavez up to bat now, one of the most dangerous hitters for this Gopher team.
Chavez has reached base both times so far in this one. Hit by a pitch in the first, a single in the third, and then was left on base. Check swing, didn't go, pitched just a little bit outside actually, so that'll even the count up at 1-1.
Good eye by Chavez right there. Not a lot of walks on the season, only 7, but she maintains a great eye, and you can reflect it in her batting average of a .326 entering today.
Chavez swings at this one, and under it is Blair out in center field for the second out. 2 quick outs for Durkowski.
Showed bunt right there for the first at bat. I think she's gonna also maybe mix it up a little bit. Maybe sometimes show bunt, sometimes just go for a regular hit here.
Bradley 0 for 2 on the game. And second pitch, ball just a little upstairs it looked like.
Take a look at Bradley again, one of the 3 players for the Gophers playing in their final home series.
Wow, that one somehow misses the strike zone again. Durkowski now facing a 3-0 count. That might be the first one she's had actually this game.
And again, you don't want to walk Amani Bradley, the best base stealer on this Gopher team.
And that one, oh, a 4-pitch walk from Durkowski, very rare.
You know, 2 outs heading into Bradley's at-bat. I didn't know what we were going to expect, but honestly, a walk was the last thing I'd say.
Yeah, that one looked like it just barely missed inside, but Oakland watches the first pitch, hit that top part of the strike zone for a first pitch strike.
A little bit dangerous, though, for Michigan, as right now, Oakland right here, the first of 3 batters with double-digit home runs on the season for the Gophers.
Oakland with 12 home runs on the season. That pitch just a little below the knees, evens the count at 1-1. Oakland 0 for 2 on the game. Fielder's choice and then a strikeout.
Again, incredible Jess Oakland, former Big Ten Freshman of the Week. Incredible freshman season, leading the team in home runs. See the catcher right there. Thole was ready for Bradley, who took a little bit of a leadoff of first.
Thole and Durkowski gonna meet in the circle. Durkowski has 21 complete games on the season. Coach Thole and the rest of the Michigan staff like to keep her throughout the game, just like Minnesota and Coach Ritter like to keep Autumn Pease throughout. 3-1 the count now to the 3-hitter Jess Oakland. The pitch. Oh, paints that outside corner. Full count now to Oakland.
So umpire has a little bit of flair on it. I didn't know what the call was going to be there for a second.
Oakland versus Durkowski for the 3rd time. Durkowski's won the last 2 matchups. This one is just above the strike zone for a walk. So Oakland wins that matchup. And Natalie has the only run of the game after she singled in the 4th inning, popped out in the 1st. Natalie hitting .333 with runners in scoring position and when she's facing 2 outs. Another pitch. Top half of the strike zone, just below the shoulders, so 0-2 now.
We take a look at Bradley right here, and you can see her in the background of these pitches. She is ready to run. She wants to make it to home on any sorts of contact from Den Hartog.
You got to think that any ball to the outfield, it's a great point, Andrew, potentially score Bradley from second. This ball stays in the infield, dropped though by Livingston at first, so another error by Michigan's infield and a 2-out hit for Den Hartog. Taylor Kraft up to the plate for Minnesota.
The leader in RBIs for this Gopher team.
Whoa, pretty hearty swing of the bat, I'd have to say, by the catcher.
I think she was going for deep, deep, deep center with that swing. She wants that grand slam. She wants that 5-0 Minnesota lead.
Pitch from Durkowski comes back. 1-1's now the count.
Again, Kraft 365 average right now. In 2-out scenarios, she is a good batter. 312 average when there are 2 outs on the inning. What you kind of want from a clutch hitter like Kraft.
Swings and misses. Nice pitch with a bunch of change of direction there from the starter, Durkowski.
Kraft is swinging for the fences. She is not going for contact here. She is going for power.
Oh, that looked really close to being strike 3, Andrew.
You do not want to have a strike 3 looking if you are Taylor Kraft right now.
Especially with the bases loaded. Durkowski, 5 strikeouts on the game so far, looking for number 6 for Kraft. She's got 12 home runs on the season, looking to clear the bases. This ball lifted into left, looks like Sealer's under it, and that is the out. Michigan fans, you can take a breath. Bases left, juiced. 1-0 Minnesota, no runs put on in the 5th from either team. And that will do it. Kraft couldn't get a run home for Minnesota. We'll be back for the top of the 6th on Big Ten Plus.
But as it kept on going, after that second out for Michigan, the wheels just kind of fell off a little bit. But thankfully, with the bases loaded for them, they were able to stave off extra runs.
Ella McVeigh showing bunt, pulls back, swings anyway. Bradley getting under it in left field and makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Great positioning from the Minnesota outfielders right there. They were able to just get to that ball super easily.
Autumn Pease still has not given up a run yet. Only 2 hits in this ball game, and her defense right there, Amani Bradley and everybody else, they've really backed her up.
Autumn Pease, 6th inning, only 65 pitches. Incredible start for her so far.
Reminder, Pease 23-6 for her record.
Oh!
Hello!
Ice in her veins with that catch. Oh my goodness.
Autumn Pease is everywhere. It doesn't matter if she's striking out batters. She's just right there. That was right at her. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the 6th. Michigan just cannot catch a break. Pease is just everywhere.
And she just smiled it off.
First pitch, strike. She got it working for her. Blair, the batter for Michigan, struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 4th. 0 for 2 officially.
But if you're Michigan and you're looking to build up a little bit of momentum, you do want Lexi Blair at bat, 361 average entering today's contest.
Blair, a blooper in the infield. Under that is Delaney Cox, who came in a couple innings ago at first base for Sydney Schwartz. 1, 2, 3. That might have been the quickest half inning we've seen, Andrew.
That might have only been 4 or 5 pitches. I honestly couldn't keep track. Incredible performance from Pease right there.
No runs added for Michigan. We'll be back with Minnesota in the bottom of the 6th on Big Ten Plus.
So looking to make something happen as the Gophers look to kind of pad this small lead they have.
You know, it would be interesting. It's just those sacrifice plays that Minnesota made with no outs, 2 runners on in the bottom of the 4th. If that wins the game, that's great coaching from Minnesota to dial that up. Strelo, hello!
Oh! Oh!
What a grab in center by Blair. Audrey, oh my gosh, Lexi Blair. Oh my goodness. She made that catch.
I'm speechless. What an incredible play. We can look at it again right here. She runs, and she's able to snag what would have been a home run.
Oh, she stole it. Lexi Blair, you just robbed the home run. The training staff's out there. She's getting a standing ovation, folks, not only from Michigan, but from the Minnesota fans as well. Oh my gosh, they're gonna give it a home run to Minnesota.
Oh, they're counting it.
What has just happened in Minneapolis?
That's why they're clapping. What have we just witnessed, Connor?
I literally don't know what to say except Sydney Strelo just hit a home run. And Lexi Blair, oh, it looks like she caught it. Did she drop it?
She drops it.
Oh, that would have been a SportsCenter top play. Instead, it's a home run for the Golden Gophers in the bottom of the sixth, putting up 2-0.
Well, quick correction from us then. Sydney Strelo going yard.
So Minnesota pads on a run on a very wild play in center field. Hats off to Blair for making that attempt. She's okay, by the way, in center field also. She's okay. Her teammates and the training staff was out there. So Minnesota now up 2-0. No outs. There's Maddie Elke, who sacrificed. She had the sacrifice fly into left field in the bottom of the fourth for the first Gopher run. Swings at this one. This one's right into the gap. That's not going to be great. Oh, it's over the wall. Back-to-back jacks.
That one we can definitively say is a home run. That one was headed all the way to Des Moines, Iowa on there. What a strike.
Maddie Elke with a home run. Back-to-back dingers for Minnesota. And they're rowing the boat in Minneapolis, folks. 3-rip Minnesota in this crucial weekend series of Big Ten Conference play. Both of these two right-handed pitchers. Still no outs in the bottom of the sixth after back-to-back home runs from Strelo and Elke, bringing up Delaney Cox, who came in first base.
Delaney Cox in her first at-bat of the game, the Aurora, Colorado native.
Batting .194 on the season, 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Pitch upstairs. She kind of struggled, actually, in the box. 21 strikeouts this season. Maybe part of the reason why she didn't start today.
Decent start for her, though, on this pitch count, 2-0. Yeah. She has 8 walks on the season. Potential looking to make that 9.
This one by Cox, dropped by McVeigh at shortstop. Another miscue by this Michigan infield.
Again, Michigan's infield, I believe that'll be their 3rd error of the game today. They need to tighten it up if they really want to preserve this chance for Michigan.
This time it's McVeigh making the error. Langford had one as well. Will officially go down. The one that we thought was an error actually in the 5th did not get recorded as that. So Michigan, that is now their 2nd one. Now put Cox over at first. 1 stolen base on the season for her. Burnett up to the plate. You see on your screen, lined out in the 3rd. Pop out in the 5th, fakes the bunt here, pitch low, ball 1.
Burnett with 18 hits on the season. You know, this is kind of the perfect place where she wants to be. It's not a very much high pressure at bat, 0 outs. You have a little bit of room to work with here with a runner on first as well. She wants that bunt, I think. I think Minnesota's plan might just be advance the runner to second here.
Might be trying to add a security blanket run here by trying to advance. Burnett trying to lay down the bunt fast. She definitely bunts, but she also hits for power too, so Aiken's got to be careful. 1-1. Oh no, that's going to get away. Cox is going to have a free bag over at second. So there goes the bunt, the sacrifice bunt.
Well, that does change things a little bit. Do you still go for the bunt?
Yeah,
Maybe
you definitely could.
Try to advance the runner to third instead. And if you're going for the bunt, do you want to lay it more on the first base line or the third base line? Maybe draw that third baseman in to force the shortstop to have to do some work.
I'm definitely hitting it down the third base line here. I'm no coach, Andrew, so. But yeah, bunt definitely in play here for Minnesota. Ball just a little low and outside. So 3-1, excuse me, is the count to Breezy Burnett. 2 on that bunt, actually. We saw on the replay, Burnett was showing bunt. That might have got in the catcher's eyes there for Thole. I don't know for sure. Maybe that's why it went over her head. Burnett showing bunt again. She's going to rip it right down the third base line. They got, oh, nice snag over by Livingston at first. Nice job to keep Cox at second, too, before making the throw.
She did a fantastic job right there of checking the runner on second right there. Perfect heads-up fielding play.
Look at that grab, too, by Livingston. Oh, my. Hit by pitch, was left on in the first. Singled in the third. Flew out to center in the 5th inning. Trying to get back on here. Dribbles this one. Oh, spectacular grab, but not going to be in time. Nice job by McVeigh to dig that out of the dirt to not allow Cox to advance to third, but Minnesota with an infield hit.
She really didn't, due to how she had to dive down for the ball, she really did not have the play on first unless something magical happened. Best case scenario, keep the runner on second, keep things in check, try to get something, maybe a double play going with Bradley up to bat.
With 2 runners on, only 1 out. Virtue that great play by LeClaire. That one just above the shoulders of Amani Bradley for a ball.
Much, and again, we've said it a lot today, but you can really notice besides the 2 home runs, this has really been a small ball game. The infield and runners have been playing a lot of the action here.
Bradley just watches that one go right down the middle. Nice pitch there from Emerson Aiken.
Bradley reached on a walk in the last inning.
See these off-speed pitches from Aiken. That's what she's been going to so far since she's coming to the game. This one hit by Bradley, shoveled over to second in time. No, it is not. So the speedy Bradley beats out the play. Cox over to third. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Adding on another run for the Gophers. Aiken's got other plans. With 2 outs, first pitch to Jess Oakland. It's for a ball.
Jess Oakland, one of the most dangerous 2-out hitters on this Gophers team, a .426 average in these scenarios. She's built up for the pressure, for these bright light moments.
Oakland rips this one down the third baseline and foul, though. They'll put the count at 1-1. Bradley with some wheels over at first base as well. You see Cox at third. She's got 1 stolen base, but Bradley's got 8 at first. Yeah, you see right there, you can see both of them on the corners.
Any pitch that goes wild, Bradley will be sprinting immediately.
Oh, nice off-speed pitch from Aiken, but just a little inside it looked like. That's the call, at least from the home plate umpire, Aaron Peterson.
We saw on there as well, again, Bradley, she had a heck of a jump off on that pitch right there. She is ready to run.
Outside, oh, Bradley just gonna have a free stolen base. It didn't look like Michigan's infield was paying attention.
Excuse me, I guess she doesn't have to sprint for it. I guess she can just walk in a second like that. She gets a little confused almost of, I would share the same confusion with her. You'd think the catcher would try to lace that one out there, but.
Yeah, it just didn't look like McVeigh or Langford was there to cover the bag. This one by Oakland popped up. Should be a pretty easy play for Sealer. Instead, that's Blair coming from center field to make the play for the 3rd out. Minnesota pads on a couple runs, causes Michigan to make a pitching change. Aiken comes in, doesn't allow any more runs, but Minnesota adds a pair from back-to-back jacks from Strelo and Elke. We'll be back for the top of the 7th to see if Michigan can tie this thing up on Big Ten Plus. weekend. Pease, the first pitch, swung on by Kiki, fouled and back out of play. Michigan's needs 3 runs to tie this thing to keep their hopes alive in game 1 of this weekend series. Hope you stay with us throughout this weekend.
Those games on Saturday and Sunday will be broadcast on the Big Ten Network.
That's right. Big props for these two teams getting notice. This one popped up. That's going to go out of play once again as well. Full swings the first 2 pitches of the at-bat, takes a deep breath, 0-2.
We talk about both these teams starting to receive some recognition. Minnesota actually receiving some top 25 votes this past week. Incredible accomplishment for this Gophers team led by Piper Ritter.
The 0-2 fans behind her upstairs. Thole's not going to chase after that, but then again, she did chase after the pitch in the 4th inning where she struck out right after I said that she wouldn't chase after it.
Again, not a terrible pitch for Autumn Pease. We've seen a lot of batters reach for that pitch. She can kind of play with the whole zone if she wants to.
Pease is gone with the movement pitches. This one by Thole put on the ground. It's going to be an interesting play to see who comes up with it, and Minnesota's infield figures it out. It's Strelo who makes the play over to Cox for the first out.
It was such a dangerous grounder right there because it really didn't have the speed or the momentum to carry it really far. It kind of dribbled down in the dirt a little bit, but great play between the second baseman and first baseman to really lock that down.
Michigan now down to 2 outs.
Strelo's been very active in that second baseman spot today.
She's brought a lot of energy to this game, too. We've seen throughout her cheering. Her getting pumped up with the plays that she's made. First pitch strike to Indiana Langford.
We saw her little guitar celebration earlier, Strelo.
It's a great shot, too, by our crew. Langford 0 for 2, struck out twice to Autumn Pease, who delivers the 0-1 upstairs. Evens the count at 1-1.
Langford, another one of those great Michigan batters. Past 10 games as well. She was batting 400 in that span. But Pease has dominated her today. 2 strikeouts so far, and she's going to look to make it a 3rd one here.
Autumn with 7 strikeouts on the game. Pitch count at 71. The 1-1 freezes Langford, but just above the shoulders for a ball. Langford fouls this one off. It'll be 2-2. Pitch from Pease upstairs, chased after.
A bit of a heater, a little very strong off the bat right there. Makes it a 2-2 count.
Pease with 13 complete games so far this season. Going for number 14, still in the game here in the 7th, trying to close this one out with a 3-run security blanket lead. The 2-2. Langford chops this one, stays alive down the 3rd baseline, fouled off.
Pease again with a low pitch count today, only 73 pitches so far.
Another one fouled off by Langford.
Langford digging deep here, keeping this at-bat alive, really grinding against Pease right now.
That's what she's done the last couple times, too, that she's been in at-bat. She's really been fighting off these pitches from the veteran Pease, and that's something that's great for Langford. She's a freshman. That's what Bonnie Thole wants to see from her.
She's playing aggressively against one of the best pitchers in the nation. You have to love that from a freshman.
The pitch from Pease. Oh! She didn't go. Oh, the fans don't like the call. Pease just smiles it off anyway. Langford also smiling. They share a little smile there. Full count.
It's one of the things I've noticed about Pease throughout her games. When something that she thinks doesn't goes against her a little bit, she always just kind of smiles it off and gets ready for the next pitch.
This one by Langford, just right at Jess Oakland. Only had to move one step to her right to make the play. Michigan down to their last out, Andrew. Minnesota with 7 hits on the game, 3 runs. First pitch to Livingston. Lena is in for a strike on that outside corner. All going back to what Coach Ritter said earlier this week. It all starts with the pitching. That's what they've been riding on this 8-game winning streak, trying to continue it right here. Oh, just paints that bottom outside corner for another strike.
What can you even do? That's the question.
Hitting all of her targets, the 0-2.
The crowd is rising to their feet for Autumn Pease right now.
Pease with 7 strikeouts, 13 complete games on the season. The 0-2 low. Nice job there by Melina Livingston, actually, not to chase after that, showing that veteran presence.
It seemed like she wanted a bit, but be able to hold off on that, fantastic veteran maneuver.
Yeah. Such a tough position to be in when you're down to your last batter potentially. Pease trying to make it for sure. This one's for Cox. Oh, she drops the ball, and she's safe. Livingston got there.
Ooh.
That was a bang, bang play. And that was close. That was
Autumn
Kelly.
Pease cannot believe it right there on the mound. We got to take a closer look at this.
I thought Cox was going to be able to get there at first. Looked like she dropped it again, and then, oh, yeah, that was really close. We're going to get a little chat here between all of the umpires. You know, what's interesting here, if it's an out, this is going to be the out that ends the game. So we'll await that, but a very close play there. That was Delaney Cox who dropped the ball. It could have been an easy play.
Oh, and they're calling her out.
So that's going to do it. Michigan is going to go out there. Delaney Cox takes a deep breath, and so does Minnesota. They get the shutout in game 1 of the weekend series. Minnesota with a 3-0 victory. Michigan with a couple errors. Minnesota with those back-to-back home runs.
You can see on the replay right there, Cox just had her beat right there. I think the umps' view might have just been obstructed a little bit by Cox there, but thankfully the umps were able to correct it and make the right call.
So Minnesota picks up game 1. Like we mentioned earlier, this is a huge weekend series. It's the last one for both teams in this regular season in terms of seeding for the Big Ten tournament. Both teams most likely going to make it. Well, Minnesota's already locked. Michigan might. But top 12 teams make the tournament. Minnesota